This is Sachi Shah here. I have finished my bachelor's degree from Rachna Sansad College of Architecture, and I have done my BVoc in interior design from the same. I have wanted to pursue a master's degree in interior architecture, and thus I had approached LilacBuds, and I'm very happy that I associated with them. I applied to quite a few colleges with them, approximately 10 colleges, I guess. And I've also gotten to the university I wanted as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Sachi, for that wonderful introduction. So for the audience, once again, let's take you back from the day you first connected with us. What were the key points that you were concerned about? Why did you come and speak to us? What were you looking for in terms of assistance during your application journey?
So being an interior designer, I think the major assistance I was looking forward to was mainly my portfolio and my statement of purpose. I think these two things as a designer played a very important role in, I think, for any college admit. And I had, in fact, approached a lot of people, and I didn't see anyone giving me the kind of response I wanted for these two things. So when I approached LilacBuds, the best thing was they told me that, they do an in-depth research about how my fitment would be, what kind of course I would, fit into. And I think that is very important because there are a lot of programs over there. There are a lot of, types of masters. And I think it's very important to understand where you fit and whether, that program is going to give you the best in the future as well. So I think that is the major reason why, I chose LilacBuds, and I'm very happy that I did.
Good, thank you. And tell us a little bit more about those mentoring sessions that you said, benefited you on your portfolio development. Whom did you work with? How was the experience? Yeah. A little bit of updates on that.
So as my mentor for my portfolio, I had Ipshita ma'am, and I think she was the best mentor I could have. I think I gained a lot of confidence regarding her being my mentor, as I knew that she had got a scholarship herself, like 100% scholarship herself from a university at UK. So I think that, gave me that confidence that she's going to really get the best out of me. And I think that's why I had a really good portfolio as well. She really helped me in understanding how to put my work together. Like, I had all my work, I had all my assignments, everything in place, but how it has to be displayed, how probably teachers over there would view my portfolio. I think that perspective was very important because over here we do things very differently in design colleges, and our presentations also work very differently. So getting that international perspective of how presentations should be, I think I gained a lot of knowledge from her regarding that.
Super. All right. And when you started applying, you also moved on to other aspects of your application, your SOPs, your recommendation strategy. What was your, what were your thoughts in terms of working with us, as well as in terms of, what your concerns were and how they were addressed?
So I think the major concern for the SOP was being, wanting to apply to design colleges. Every design college has a different requirement. Like if you read the requirements for, say, Parsons Institute of Design, they had a lot of different requirements in terms of different kinds of questions we had to answer. So from that perspective, I think LilacBuds really helped me there. Instead of just having one standard SOP with just, a change of name in the university, I think we really worked on each and every SOP individually for each and every college, which, you could see when you read the SOP, you've written it for that particular college, or you're answering everything that college wants to know about you. So I think in terms of that, the SOP worked really well for me, and we got one of the best SOPs ready for each and every college, I would say.
Yes, and then I remember you being very nervous about that video essay, especially as well,
Yeah.
in terms of how to prepare for that. So I remember the journey with that as well. Yeah.
So I think Parsons Institute of Design was, I think, really like the most toughest one, because they had asked quite a lot of questions for the SOP as well. Plus they had a video essay also lined up. So preparing for all of that, I think you were always there. Like even when it was taking 2 or 3 takes, or like, is this video okay, or is the language okay? I think everything was like, always you were there by our side. So I think that's the best part, and we could approach you at any time.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. So moving on, Sachi, right? I think going forward, we had we did so many applications together. We had our ups and downs. Can you walk me through how you felt with your rejects and then, of course, your accepts?
Yeah, so considering that I had done my bachelor's degree, which was only 3 years, the major issue would be like, considering that we wanted to apply to the USA, they need minimum 16 years of education. So since I approached LilacBuds very soon, I knew I had to do 1 more year of education. And I decided to, take up a diploma in business management from NMIMS. So I think regarding that also, they really helped me choose which course would be the best for that extra 1 year of education as well. And after that, I think we had applied to a few colleges which rejected me because the 1 year of diploma, they said it has to be a minimum 2 years of diploma, because in India, postgraduate diploma is minimum 2 years. So that was a major, setback I felt. But otherwise, I think since we'd applied to quite a lot of universities, we were safe on that end. So when I first got my admission in Drexel University, I took a sigh of relief. I was really happy that, at least I got into a university, and, that same issue would not be carried forward in the other universities. So I think that way we were, since, you all gave that kind of assurance that, there won't be an issue. Like I was thinking that probably I'll have to apply to other countries as well. But since like y'all were there and y'all assured me that, that issue wouldn't happen in other colleges. So I was really happy that I got into the universities I wanted.
Okay, and then let's talk about your top 2 picks and what's the status there.
Yeah, so my top 2 universities were Parsons School of Design and New York School of Design. I got into New York School of Interior Design just recently, and I got waitlisted at Parsons. So I'm still waiting for like their response. So yeah, I'm really happy with that.
Fingers crossed on that. Let's see how that goes. But New York School of Interior Design is brilliant, and clearly, again, in the top 5 in the world. So that speaks volumes in terms of, the program and what you are headed for. So going forward, I mean, last question here from me, Sachi, is there are applicants who might follow in your footsteps, future designers, people who want to go and learn in a different country altogether. What would be your key takeaways that you would ask them to kind of keep in mind as they apply, and what they should do and when should they start, or anything you feel that would be helpful to a future applicant?
So I think the major thing an applicant should keep in mind is, you should start early, because considering if you are in a design stream, it takes a lot of time to, figure out which, course you want to take. And also there are a lot of preparations towards it. So for someone who's probably doing engineering, it's easy. They just have to give an entrance, and of course they have to study for that, but they don't have to, get a lot of stuff done, like, get a portfolio made and stuff like that. So personally, I would feel you should at least start 8 months in advance, because I took about 2.5 months to do my portfolio. Like we did a very in-depth, editing of the portfolio and everything. So you should have a lot of time, you should have a lot of buffer also. And I think since all the admissions are rolling basis, it's better if you apply earlier. so you stand a better chance to get into the university. So that I think you should keep in mind for sure. And the other thing I would say, like in terms of choosing which like either LilacBuds or anyone else, like if you're choosing any mentor or any kind of counselor, the major thing is that you should keep in mind that since you're a designer and you have to get into a very niche field of designing, you must have someone who's going to help you with that particular field. Like, since although I think like Priyash himself, he's I think not into design, but still he had a lot of people who are into the designing team. So I think that is very important. Like, you have to have people who are from that particular stream as well helping you, so they know what exactly is needed for that particular stream. So if you are keeping in mind all of these things, I think like LilacBuds is the best. You should go for it.
Great. Thank you so much for that wonderful interview, Sachi. I really wish you the best, I think, for your career going forward. And we hope to stay in touch and see you soaring higher.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.